Meenakshi, if you could share with us the observations made by Supreme Court while hearing the PILs against the demonetization move.
Right, the Supreme Court has chosen to keep its hands off the notification for now. But what it has also done is that it has placed the government on a scanner. It has asked for the government to submit an affidavit on the measures that the government intends to take to reduce these queues outside the banks. We have also seen some significant declarations from the Union of India before the Supreme Court. For instance, today the government submitted before the Supreme Court as to how nearly 4 to 5 lakh crores of the money was being used to fuel trouble for India in parts of Jammu and Kashmir and Northeast, and because of a result of this step of demonetization, such efforts to spell trouble for India will be neutralized.
Okay.
Also, we saw the government come out and say that only 50...
Okay. I think we lost the line with Meenakshi. We'll try and reconnect with her. There were some very important points that Meenakshi was making and updating us with on the observations made by Supreme Court. She, of course, just reported that the Supreme Court has asked the government to submit an affidavit now on the measures taken to reduce those queues outside banks and ATMs and to reduce the inconvenience that people are facing. Let me get Meenakshi in once again. Yes, Meenakshi, please continue. You were telling us about the government's response to the PILs that have been filed.
Well, Afrida, this was the first hearing, and remember, the government had already filed a caveat because it did not want the Supreme Court to go on and pass any ex parte interim orders without hearing the government's position first. So, one, the government has submitted before the Supreme Court as to how there was a significant amount of money to the tune of 4 to 5 lakh crores, which was being used to fuel trouble for the country in parts of the Northeast and Jammu and Kashmir. And as a result of this demonetization, such efforts will be neutralized. Secondly, the government has conceded that only 55,000 crore new notes are in circulation, as a result of which there is some amount of inconvenience and hardship which the common man is facing. And that was the prime concern of the Apex Court today, Afrida.
Okay.
The Supreme Court has asked for the government to submit an affidavit detailing the measures it intends to take in reducing the queues outside the bank. The Supreme Court has also observed to the Union of India that it is aware of the larger plan of the government in checking black money, but the Supreme Court has made an observation that the government should always bear in mind that the common man should not be inconvenienced. So 2 or 3 takeaways. One, the notification of the union has not been stayed for now, but the union has been brought under the Supreme Court scanner. The government of India will have to revert back to the Supreme Court by way of an affidavit on the measures that it is intending to take, Frida, to reduce the hardship of the common man. And very quickly, for the sake of our viewers, the government has also clarified today before the Apex Court that some media reports which were suggesting that the new 2,000 rupee notes have already had some fake origins, are fake in nature. Those reports today have been junked by the government as being untrue. So 3-4 takeaways, and at the same time the Supreme Court expresses a deep sense of concern that the suffering or the inconvenience that the common man is subjected to has to be elevated, and soon.